I'm gonna get back to that story, Sonny. Just, just you listen to Boomer, great one. He's gonna tell you about how it was back in the olden days, back before fire, back when we walked uphill for everything. In fact, we didn't even have a concept of downhill because there was no downhill. Everything was uphill. We thought that was normal. We didn't even have a word for it because there was no alternative. It was uphill all the time. You just need to reach down and grab yourselves by your bootstraps and pull yourselves up, Sonny. Because when I was your age, I bought a house for $25,000. And I made that money on my paper route and bussing tables at the local cafe. And if I could do it, you can do it too. You just need to reach down and pull yourself up and just buckle up there, buckaroo. God, I hate boomers.
I am so busy. And I've been this, keep in mind, my originals can be months old because you just don't get around to it. I just don't have the time. I'm like, I gotta, especially with this Acolyte thing. I got my nerd geek side to me. Cappy, do you listen to other Red Pill content creators? Not really, no. It's like, Chad, do you read books about accounting after tax season? Not to say that I don't, mind Rhinestone, Royal Tomasi, Rich Cooper and the gang. It's just, I want to get my geek on. And the world that I binge watch on, they've just been documenting is what they have been. The absolute decay and collapse of Hollywood. I don't mean in a financial sense, though, that too, but the utter shit American creatives, we could say the entire creative industry, video games, comic books, movies. It has gone woke. It's gone to absolute shit. But the Acolyte is a little bit more unique and different because their particular flag of the very colorful and everyone under one umbrella flag, except white men who are straight, their particular flag was feminism or females. Women. The force is feminine or the force is feminine, whatever it is. The force is female. That's what it is. Because just because you have a vagina means you got value. And I've been watching this train wreck for some time now. But I have to point out that when this is all said and done, people are going to look back and I don't mean historians. I mean people now, and they're going to look back and say, damn, women fucked up Star Wars. They fucked up Lucas. Look at this. You had an all-women cast, an all-women creative producer, director, runner, whatever. And they made shit. And I find it ironic. See, it's one thing if you hire the wrong person to schedule the delivery of styrofoam boxes in the warehouse. Let's say it's Bob. Bob screwed up the delivery schedule of styrofoam boxes in the warehouse. That's out on the world stage. There is no bigger stage in the world with more light shining on it than Disney. And these girls fucked up. All of them. Kathleen Kennedy at the head. And there was a guy, they call me Chato. He's a Canadian, so he's almost human. I like him. I tune in him because he's a little bit more polished. He's an older guy. And he came out right. He said it. I don't agree with him. I wonder how much of it is, how much he actually believes it. He says, women should be banned from creating Star Wars or doing films on Star Wars. Not that they should be banned from watching it. They should just be banned. And if you look nominally at what's empirically happened with Star Wars or Lucasfilm in general, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. And what the irony is you girls, oh, sure, of course. All right, the internet went, maybe Kathleen Kennedy's in charge of South Dakota internet. I don't know. You girls have set women back 20, 30 years. anything a man can do, we can do better. How about just as good? We'll settle for just fucking Christ, really? This is truth. It's most likely men who set up this internet network. I'll grant you that. You girls are an embarrassment to women everywhere. You've been given the football. It's your time to shine, and you fuck it up. And I'm gonna be as literal as I can and fair and just, because I don't think if you have a vagina, you're not capable of doing it. Because I have known many and great women, not well, okay. Over the years, you run into many, but there's not a ton relative to the entire population. But I've had the honor, I would even say, of knowing some great women. I mean, the smartest person I know is a gal. Got 2 doctorates, electrical engineering and computer science. I mean, off the charts. I met great accountants, great moms, great wives, great ballroom dancers, sweet, kind girls. But they were talented. They were skilled. There's Grace Hoppers out there. There's that Amy Lou, or the gal in charge of AMD. Someone had paid me to do a Clary test on her. There are talented women. The problem, especially I'd say with this entire woke affirmative action push, although especially when it came to Disney, especially when it comes to Star Wars and Lucasfilms, is you didn't hire competent women. You hired feminists. Because the whole idea, the force is female. There was your answer. The shirt didn't say, we're going to make good movies and show you that we can also create works of art and good things. Nope. Our primary goal is vagina propaganda. And it shows, because that's what it is. And if you look at the people they hired, whether it's actresses, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, fuck you. Fuck you, Phoebe. Whether it's the writers, the entire writing staff of She-Hulk. And now is Marvel owned by Disney too? Are they? I think Marvel. So you got LucasArts, you got Star Wars and Indiana Jones, Lucas. Then you got Marvel, right? Disney owns Marvel. Then Lord knows whatever else. Instead of, we're going to make good movies, we are women who are going to make a movie or shows or television and all that. And when you hire feminists, just follow me on the deep dive. When you hire actual feminists, political feminists, you can see it in the latest, I think it's the director of the Acolyte. Her name is Leslie Headland. And, oh my God, she's a lesbian. Ah! And if you ever hear her talk about, it's all about me and my past, my sister. And we want to introduce women and feminism and tell a story. They come first. Their politics and their gender or sexual preference comes first. Whether they actually make a good show, I don't even think is a distant second, third, fourth. I don't even think it's on the list. And here's the deep dive. Here's where you got. Look at Leslie Headland. Why are the hot lesbians only in porn? Let me be brash. Let me be blunt. Why is it trans, or, oh, I have autism, why is it always the disadvantaged group? Not always. Why is the vast majority of disadvantaged groups are kind of ugly? Right? Why are they everyone's overweight? Everyone's got ridiculous color hair. Why is it there's always a victimhood mentality? Because I'll say it's the driving force of these people. The identifying force is not that they're whatever, lesbian, bi, autistic, minority. You're lazy motherfuckers who don't want to work. And you're desperately grasping for traits so you can have value without putting in work. So when I see fat people or people who don't take care of themselves, I'm not saying you all got to look like George Clooney, but you're unkempt and you have ridiculous hair color and tattoos and ridiculous piercings, and you're overweight and you're not an attractive person, male or female or not, like Leslie Headland. I'm gonna call bullshit. I think you're straight. I honestly think, and yes, there are gay, bi, trans, legitimately so. I'm going to call bullshit. I call bullshit because at the core, all of you are lazy and you're rallying around a flag, in this particular case, feminism, to give yourself point and purpose and meaning in life without having to work. And since you didn't put in the hard work, you don't work hard, you haven't suffered, you haven't gone on the hero's journey, you haven't had to strive and struggle and fail, just whatever. I'm gay. I'm a strong, independent woman. It shows in your product. It's shit. It's absolute garbage. Because you hired feminists first, not real women with talent. And I'd also argue kind of the exact same parallel. You all hired leftist women. You all hired activists. There you go. That definitely the epitomal definition of a leftist is someone who doesn't want to work. That's the defining trait. You are parasitic. You do not want to work. You want everything for free and give me that. And it's so bad, it even becomes your religion, a religion of parasitism and laziness and sloth. Fighting for the people. No, you're fighting so you don't have to work. And when you have people that don't go to the gym, don't control their diet, don't work hard at school, don't do math, do you know how hard it is to actually write a good book? Now, I write nonfiction, all right? But the writers, oh my God. All the writers for the past, 10 years, go fuck yourselves. You're horrible. Find another job. I don't write fiction, but I do write nonfiction. And to do a good job, do you know the amount of polish and editing? The writing takes probably 4%. If I had to say for every sentence I wrote, I'm reading it 25 times. I'm editing it 25 times. By the way, for those of you who are working in Disney, 4%, 4 divided by 100% would mean 25 times. That's where those numbers came. Just trust me on it. I know math is tough and it's patriarchal, whatever fucking horse shit it is that you did because you didn't want to do math. It is hard work. It's not hard. It's tedious and mind-numbing. But at the end, you got a very polished product. You got a good product. It's painfully. You're using AI. You guys are worried about AI taking away your jobs? Have you seen how horseshit AI writing is? You're worried about, then you find out some are using AI. Are you kidding me? And at the end of the day, it shows in your product. And it's not because you're women. That's not it. It's not because you're gay or bi or disabled or Hispanic or a minority. And nope, it's not it. You're a lazy motherfucker. Your content of character, Martin Luther King, he said this thing, you don't like, everyone is judged not for the color of their skin, but their content of character. You guys are flipping it. You're like, oh my God, color of skin, meaning I would say traits born with. Traits born. Oh my God, the traits born with is so amazing and brave. Traits born with. And you have no character. You have no content. You have no abilities. You have no content because you haven't suffered. I bet you we look at all the, what was it? The, the idiotic child, the adult child that did a rap, found out she does a rap about discrimination, but meanwhile her dad's white. She's half white. Mom, I think, is half black. And oppression and I guess the dad's really wealthy, like truly privileged. Oh yeah, you're oppressed, sweetheart. Fuck off. You're an embarrassment to the women who actually do have content of character, who do work hard, who go in whatever it is, become an accountant, become a surgeon, become a writer, but they work hard at it. Be moms. Oh my God, who forbid you be a mom or a wife? Oh my God. That's the worst thing ever. Women who go and put in the time at the gym to stay physically attractive. I know they're pick me. You got an answer for everything. Anytime anyone tries to improve themselves, especially women, right? Can't they have a no crabs get out of the bucket, right, feminists? But at the end of the day, and I think if they took the time to sit and think this out, these feminists, I'm not going to call you women because you're not, you're feminists. they'll come down and say, wait, we're trying to advance women. But deep down inside, like, nah, we're just going to advance ourselves using women, using the flag or the banner of women because we don't want to work. These aren't women. These are lazy. These aren't gay or bi or they're not black or Hispanic. These are lazy people who, frankly, are besmirching the reputation and the name of women everywhere because that's how they're propagandizing it. That's the banner they're operating under. And I would ask not just my audience, but a lot of people out there, don't judge all women by this shit piss performance by these feminists. Now, Chato, I think it's Chato the Elder. No, they call me Chato, Chato. Check him out. He's a funny old guy. Canadian, though, 93% human. I don't think he actually believes women should be banned from creating Star Wars. Right? And there's a lot of legitimate constructive criticism y'all might have about women and the sex war and the gender wars going on here in the United States and the West in general. But look at the women you know in your life and say, wait, okay, yeah, she works hard. She busts her ass off as a bartender and raises the kids at home when they get back from school. She does it there. And you're going to throw away a lot of talented labor, a lot of capable women. Think about, well, Grace Hopper she created COBOL. I mean, we could go back. There are women throughout history who are just fucking active, like Women's Celebration Month. And it's 9 out of 10 times it's activists. Once in a while, you might get a fucking engineer in there. Right? But they're there. They exist. There have been contributions. And, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. And for you gals, if you care, you're going to have to start policing your own. Right now, there should be a huge groundswell or tsunami of criticism coming from women telling the likes of Kathleen Kennedy and all these actresses and writers and Hollywood types to stop embarrassing them. Just knock it off. Unfortunately, I think these people are such, they're feminists first. They're not women. They're so ideologically driven. They don't care. I don't know how people keep getting funding for this shit. Please don't send me your conspiracy theories. No, y'all, it's a tax write-off. Y'all don't know how tax write-offs work. That's not how it works. They had a vote, a proxy vote recently where other people were trying to take over or get some boards on Disney so that they could right the ship. So there was some shareholders that wanted to, but the majority of shareholders says, no, we like Bob Iger. So you're just going to have this continue on. Don't worry. Amazon's going to have another Rings of Power, Lord of the Rings, season 2, season 3. It's just going to keep going on, and they'll keep losing money. But at the end of the day, realize it's not what they say they are. Oh, people of color. Da, da, da. Do you think the fat black dwarf chick in Rings of Power represents all black? Do you really? You think Dre? You think Wisda? You think our team of black men, our League of Extraordinary Black Gentlemen on my team, you think they own yep, that's one of ours. That's us. And especially, though, because it's so cacophonous, it's so loud, and it's so on stage. This feminist horseshit that women are producing on Disney, please don't let that color your judgment of actual capable women elsewhere. And I find it rich. I find it rich that you lazy people who happen to be women are going to go under the banner of women and just sully women's name and reputation with this garbage. That's been the main complaint about all this crap, is that it's bad. Then you throw on the politics, the identity politics and trade bait politics. But at its core, it's bad. You're doing shit work because you're talentless, worthless shit people. That's why you didn't suffer. You didn't work hard. You're just pig iron. You're not galvanized steel that went through a fiery galvanizing process. And the product shows. So there you go. Fuck you, people at Disney. You should be ashamed. Fuck you, people. Was it the Marvels? Oh my God. Brie Larson should be ashamed. Anyone who stars in this shit should be ashamed. Unless you were very young, you're getting a really good paycheck and you're an aspiring art. Yeah, I get it. The writers at She-Hulk, you should be ashamed. Anyone who does Velma, anyone who's associated with that, you should be ashamed. I don't think you guys are capable of shame. You just want, like, this is their pin. This is their time to shine. This is why you see another thing you might say. Why is Disney buying ads, not ads, but reviews? Why are they? I understand they want people to tune in to quote make money, but I think that's truly a secondary reason why they go and pay for articles to be written in a flattering way and they pay for reviews and all that. I think they're doing it because this is their pinnacle. This is their peak. They're on the stage. This is their one performance they get in front of the world, and they got to show it. So they need reviews. It's almost like it's like the Oscars. The Oscars long ago stopped meaning best performance or best of. It meant most popular and agreed with leftist politics. You say, why don't you create good shit so that you're not wasting all this time, money, and effort and headache trying to control the narrative and control people's opinion? Like if I make a shit sandwich, be, oh man, it's a shit sandwich. I'm going to go buy marketing and ads and journalists to say it's the greatest sandwich ever and Cappy shit sandwich. Logical, sane people would say, no, why don't you make a good product first? And then it should just carry, go read my books. You may not agree with what's being said, but you will agree that they're written rather well. They're polished. They're good. It's a good product. These people, they just put shit out there. They had their agenda. They had a hate boner, a political boner to advance some kind of agenda, but then they have to have it be accepted too. So I think that's the main reason you see, like, why are you buying reviews? Why are you paying people to write articles that are flattering about you? Wouldn't it just be easier to create good shit? Nope. They don't want to do the work. Hang on. I don't know what's going on. Somebody keeps using the internet. There's only 5 of us who live in South Dakota. I bet you it's Bob. I bet you Bob is using the internet. All right, we got any super chats? Let's go to super chats. Hermos, $2. Lazy and ugly, yes, but I refuse to be a leftist. Well, see, okay, look. Laziness and ugliness is the left doesn't have a monopoly on it. All right. What I am saying, there's a strong correlation. I even wrote an article 15, 20 years ago called Why Leftists Tend to Be Ugly, because they're lazy. They don't want to work. And if you don't want to work like a regular job, there's other things you don't want. You don't want to brush your teeth. You don't want to put together I don't understand why a lot of women are putting on makeup. I still don't understand why you're doing it. Just look, if you're not going to be in physical shape, don't bother. Save yourself the time. You don't have to put on a fancy dress. What do you just be free? Save yourself the 30 minutes a day with the makeup. But, and yes, are there jacked, ripped Democrats? Absolutely. Of course there is. But generally speaking, if I see someone who's overweight, I'm going to assume leftist. Or at least you could be a Republican yet collecting welfare too. I've seen that a lot. I'm a Republican. Why are you on welfare? Yeah, and you might also have ethics. But yes, it's not always. But when I see that, go look at Antifa or some college protester. It's nobody you want to fuck. It isn't. Go look at the writers for She-Hulk. Go look at the writers for what is it? Marvel. Go look at these people. Do you want to have sex with them? Male or female? No. Go look at the crew and the cast of Rings of Power. It's all women. Oh, there's some men there. No, those aren't women. Those aren't women. Dre, $2. Lizzie and Tess Holiday will become Disney princesses. Yeah, I mean, there's the whole fan except. Okay. Was Katy Perry? Yeah, Kate Perry's got a new Hate Men song out. We don't need no. Yeah, we heard. Everyone's getting all upset about it. Oh, like, yeah, okay, we got it. Yep, keep besmirching. There might be some women that like men. There might be. Ross the Skunk, $5. So many are pick nose being unpleasant, overweight, and annoying. Yeah. Well, and see the lesbian and gay communities present a very interesting dichotomy where not all again. You look at gay guys, one, I think they're way more authentic. I think they actually do like dick. You look at them, damn, these are some of the best shaped guys ever. Kind of a little bit of intellectual honesty there. Lesbians, what again, why are the majority not the ones you see on the porn shows? God damn it, internet. Yep. I know. Starlink. I'll be getting Starlink. Yeah, that's where I would, in other words, I would say out of the gay community versus the lesbian community, I would say you would have a higher percent of men that are actually gay versus the posers compared to the lesbians. And the latest polling data, they show Zoomers, like 1 in 5 claim they're not straight. Fuck off. Can't you just be like us in the 80s and go buy some Nike high tops to be popular? Get the fuck out of here. I don't care. You want to go sleep with people that you're not really sexually attracted to? I don't care. Go do it. Reed Schwartz are $5. The other problem is women keep getting last place and yelling, "We won. We're the greatest ever." Yay. Well, that's why we have men and women's divisions. You have women's sports and men's sports. That's fine. The different physics. I'm just going to keep going here. Okay, I'm just going to stop the cam and I'm just going to do the video because I have so much shit to do. Reen again, $10. Women vote Democrat. Now they ruin comics, hot women, and Star Wars and video games. How long before they are considered an enemy? Well, again, that's not what are they women? Or are they feminists? I know women mindlessly vote Democrat. Many of them do. That's the distinction I'm trying to make here. Are they your political enemy? I guess, but I know a lot of sweet, kind women who vote Democrat because I'm for the little people. Now they're naive and dumb, and they've never looked at a federal budget in their life. But it doesn't mean they're malicious. I would say the women who go in and the men too, who go in and replace attractive people with ugly ones, who fight against, what was it, Starblade or Stellar Blade, the video game where it had an attractive female as a protagonist. The people who push fat acceptance or fat pride, those people are your enemy. They kind of hate you and they don't want you to be happy. I mean, enemies of freedom and fun, at least for now, going hiking today. Right. Well, and then it's the problem of living in a democracy. Nothing's perfect, but people are going to vote to ruin your fun. Or they're going to take actions to ruin it. That's the problem with men and women is that if we're going to have, unfortunately, in a certain way, our relationship between one another is largely determined by physical attraction. Like men and women don't have these problems within each other's sex. It's only when we have, because we're programmed and biologically conditioned that way. So what women do when it comes to physical beauty and all that has an effect, maybe cause offense or umbrage upon men and vice versa with men and women. Whereas enemies of freedom and fun, at least for now, going hiking, I think that's the best thing to do. Look, you could criticize the opposite sex for their actions and behaviors, how it affects your sex. But at the end of the day, they're sovereign people who have the right to do whatever they want. Well, ladies, if you want to get fat and dye your hair and get ridiculous piercings and think you're lesbian or bi or trans and you want to go and pursue careers, and you are an independent human being who has every right to every second in their life, and you may go ahead and decide to do that. But do not be surprised if men are not interested. And men, it's the same thing. If women want to do that, you have to accept that. Don't get pissed off about it. It's their right. And you too have, like, you don't want to marry a single mom. Okay. You don't want to date fat chicks. All right. And women can get all pissed off and upset about it. Ladies, he has the right to do what he wants. And I think the best thing, especially now, since both of the sexes are absolutely not. We are the ugliest generation of the ugliest Americans are alive today, are living on the planet today in all of history. And I'm sorry, sex is pretty important. And if people are going to be unfuckable, fuck it. Yeah, go hiking. If people are not only going to be unfuckable, but they're going to throw up all this fucking horse shit just to get on a date or go. No. Gone fishing. Ba 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 ba. I ain't working anymore. Pringles can with veins, $5. Did you see Melinda Gates investing a whole 20 million in men and boys? The machine is breaking. And the elites are starting to panic. Send me the link. I mean, 20 million out of how many billions? I appreciate it. Thanks, Melinda. This is like one person comes down with one welder to the hull of the Titanic and starts trying to weld the gaping hole shut. I mean, it's better than the one. We got two people down here now. It's too late. The whole country needs to come in and start repairing that shit. But I'm going to have a feeling they're not. And the elite should have thought long and hard first about, hey, you know what would be fun? A sex war. Let's what's the word? Let's hype up young girls on feminism. Let's get them all pumped up and let's shoot them up full of sugar and feminism and see what happens. Oh shit! What happened to our birth rates? Oh my god! Hazel Raw, $5. It's like the same question. How many people at Jonestown actually wanted to be there? Unfortunately, there were a lot of them. Yeah. Humans are dumb. I just think about the number of people. They're a minority, but there's still a significant amount of people who will defend pork product. They'll defend whatever it is. Ashoka, the Acolyte, the latest trilogy, Velma, the Marvel product. People will defend it for political reason, and it's absolute shit. Just because of politics. What do you think? Women don't go see Star Wars. They made it for there's another funny thing. They made it feminine. Marvel's was feminine. It's a girl boss, and it's still men going to see it because they're action flicks. Oh my, just my idea. Can you make a good product that everyone's going to like? I don't know. Is that crazy idea? I don't have an MBA or anything, but it would seem to me that if you made a good product everybody liked, you'd make money because both men and women would want to go see it. No, tripping over their vaginas. All right. Link below. For any of you young gals out there or middle-aged gals or gals in general, and you actually want to be an accomplished woman, you don't want, you want to be more than just your genitalia, which you should be because there's a human being inside that body. Please don't become these feminists. I'm not saying don't cheer for the rights of women. I'm saying these cult level feminists. Go and get a real degree or a real trade or a real skill so that you could become a valuable person. And then build up the reputation of women like, look, that gal over there came up with a new technique for heart surgery. All right. And so to do that, I have a book called Worthless, The Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major. You girls can go into STEM. You can become doctors. I'm not saying you can do anything. I do know some gals that work on oil rigs. God bless them. You could do most things, but you don't have to be these fucking losers. I'm a journalism major. I'm an English major. I write about, you don't have to be the rank and file leftist, feminist, obedient NPCs. You could actually be unique and different. You could be an accomplished woman. You could become a CPA. You could become a computer scientist. You could become an electrician. And it starts by choosing the right field. Please go get the book Worthless, The Young Person's Indispensable Guide to Choosing the Right Major. So you don't end up like the generations before you. All right, I'll see you guys later. Toodles.